Hello everyone, welcome to kpop 리액션 채널. 어서오세요. kpop 리액션 채널에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 오늘은 kpop 리액션 할 게 아니라 퓨디파이가 오리언들 까는 걸 보도록 하는 건데, 이게 영상인데 제가 지금 번역해 드릴게요. 트레일러에서 이제 BTS 사탄 chain race to Korean PewDiePie video. I will say to the I try if I can understand. I tried to translate subtitle in Korean, but it was really hard. But I agree to his saying. 아니, 비로소 이별 스케이프로 게임을 also 보더니 도저히 구원 요청 게임까지 백양 케이팝 리액션 유인이 지어야 볼수는 나와 설비야 가만있어. 이제 가봅시다. 어디 한번 가봅시다. 영어 좀 한번 키워야겠어. I need English subtitle.
How's it going? 안녕하세요.
He say you're really
How's it going,
correct.
everyone?
But
As you know, I am the biggest BTS fan.
Star,
You know what?
I think
I
Star
love
is
them
for
for
Star이
unfollowing me
big
on
fan
Twitter.
이란
It
거.
was 3 years ago. I don't even use Twitter anymore. I forget.
트위터 안 해서
I forget. It's over. And you might think, Felix, how can you be the biggest BTS stan? Because I understand BTS, okay? But there's one BTS stan that might have me trumped, and that
I think it's pretty said one of the stand of the BTS stage crazy. Yeah, indeed.
is, of course, the one, the only, Oli London.
Oli London, he is idiot. I want to read.
He's been posting a lot lately. Ollie's been very busy. There's a message for
Hey,
Dr. Phil.
So I've just completed my transition to look Korean, to look just like Jimin. This, I think, is my final procedure, so I'm so happy to share this with you, even though you're probably going to be so mad at me. Like, I know you're going to go crazy at me next time you see me, just because you told me not to do anything. You told me to love the real me, love the real Ollie, and I did take your advice for like a year, but then I kind of just changed my mind. So please don't be mad at me, Dr. Phil, but I'm so happy to have transitioned from British to Korean. I'm now...
Say that again? You transitioned race? Is that
What the fuck? 영국에서 한국에 바뀐 he said transition race to Korean is British Korean as well. That's the same mind as PewDiePie. My mind is PewDiePie. Say right there. 제 마음도 PewDiePie랑 같아져.
what we're doing now? Can you imagine someone transitions to be Swedish?
제가 누군가 스위디시로 바꿀 수 있으면 좋겠다. 뭐 이런 거. 걔가 까는 거.
Why would you do that? Why would you do this? Oh, God. Okay, so for those of you who don't know or don't remember, I did a video on Ollie, I think a year ago, 2 years ago. This is what Ollie used to look like, and this is Ollie today. Oh gosh, even then it's like, well, I guess, you know, he just came out from surgery, so you're bound to look a bit scuffed.
My nose is very big. It's horrible. I can't. It's very hard to look at it.
So Ollie is obsessed with Jimin from BTS, and
That is not upset. That is crazy. They enjoy what like that. It's not love Jimmy. I think this is the true rapper. I think should go to the medical hospital on the mental because he needs to be so in London.
wants to be exactly like him. Dollars on numerous surgeries, can't feel his face, all to look like his K-pop idol. Jimin! He wants to look like Jimin! Oh. Oh God, it's such a strange story. And it's just getting weird.
Same mind as
now Ollie came out after another surgery, trying to bait Dr. Phil in.
Hey guys, I just want to take this chance to, you know, come out today. Something that's been like on my mind for a long time, and I've been very confused about how I identify. I've been
really haven't picked up any hints of that whatsoever. Maybe you don't have to identify.
뭔 말인지 모르겠지만 하여튼
identify with self.
정체성이 이제 한국인이나 우리 연도양 까는 거. I guess only London says my identity is now
Who else has come out as Korean?
Korean.
I need
got
to
that
know
at work.
this. This
He's
cannot
not
be a thing.
Korean.
This cannot be a thing.
Who said he's Korean? 누가 한국이냐면
Yeah.
No, I've
Okay.
taken courage from these
I have to
incredibly
say.
brave.
I don't wanna say Oli London is stupid. I gotta show stuff. Orange. Or you don't have this bloody card. You don't have this card. This card means Korean ID card. You know? You don't have it. And also you don't have this bloody card. This card is your check up the Korean Army Service and get it card. You know you don't have it. This bloody card. You're not identify Korean government. Please stop thinking of shit. You're not Korean. Your face changing. Race this. You're Korean. This bullshit. You're idiot. 저 그냥 나라 사니까 민증 없다 그냥 깠어요 그냥. 그리고 as far as guys know that Michael Jackson also black people, white people race change. It doesn't matter. They are to not people to like the EDRs like Orlando. They just he want to spend money. 어떻게 많이 쓰지? 저는 그냥 그렇게 받고 싶어요. 돈 쓰고 신경 안 써요. 그냥 마이클 잭슨처럼. 근데 얘는 미친 것 같아요. 우리는.
People, and it is Pride Month at the moment, so I thought this was the best time to do it.
Oh shit! I just noticed the likes and dislikes. Jesus Christ! All right.
What to say? Orlando said, "It's past time, but this is horror time to Jimmy." Best time 이게 갭을 지민에게 악몽일 것 같은 티죠.
And add a voice, add strength to the LGBTQ+I community. So I am going to come out today and say that I've been transitioning.
Wait a minute. LGBT 성소수자 아닌가? 성소수자 한다고 그렇게 뭐야? 뭐니에요?
I've been very unhappy with who I am deep down for the last 8 years, and I've had like 18 plastic.
So you've been happy for the last 8 years, and you've done 18 surgeries. Then maybe, just maybe, the surgery.
What? 8 years to 18 surgery? I feel like it seems pity, but it seems.
Surgeries isn't the issue, right?
I've just had a
PDP
facelift,
같은 거 이슈가
brow
그거라고
lift, temple lift,
8년 동안
eye surgery,
18번
cancer
그
plastics,
수술한 게
and
문제.
teeth in as well.
Oh wow.
These are just part of my transition. And I'm feeling really good. For the first time in my life, I feel beautiful.
Feeling really good is instant days. No, day is real. 뭐가 좋다는 기. 와 정신 나갔구만 이 사람. 오리란다.
I'm looking in the mirror and
I say
love
Orianda
myself.
is
I
free.
feel
Insane.
happy.
HP.
And my pronouns are they, them, Korean, Jimin.
Even Jimin?
How dare you? 코리안 짐? 네가 감히 코리안 짐이면 말도 안 돼 소리야. 네가 means in Korean you or you are. I say you are mean. Not race or sorry guy if you hard like that. 네가 뭔데 그러고 how dare you? I'm so stressed. Stop throwing me Korean.
That is on a next level.
Yes, I want to say next level. 말이 안 된다고. 차원이 다른 세상이
I'll say that, bruh. Imagine this becoming the status quo and I'll just get cancelled. Yeah, he can be another person, so what? You fucking bigot. What? Okay. Okay, you identify as another gender or non-binary. Okay, fine. So what? I don't care. Do what you want to do. But this is Korean Jimmy.
제가 듣기로 제가 이 AR는 돈 쓰는 만큼 지가 알아서 근데 코리안 시민 이건 완전 미친 것 같다. 그리고 Sure, I guess we didn't use money to count or generate change, but it's Korean gym this is wrong. Like okay, so
I'm trying to think about it. What would it look like if someone transitioned as a Swede? Oh God, mad world.
But I do identify as Korean, and I do look Korean now. I do feel Korean. I don't identify as British, so please.
Korean. You said I did Korean. You are not Korean because you are not born in Korea either. And you don't have Korean ID card. You don't have checkup of the military card either. So stop touring. Stop. 제가 아까 말했던 것처럼 그냥 김민증 막그 다른 사람 카드 없고 한국에서 태어난 것도 아니니까 금 한국인 스타일로 그러지 말라고 했어.
Please don't refer to me, any media or anyone online as British because I identify as Korean. That's just my culture. That's my home country.
뭐야? 자기 문화가 한국이야 그 고향이 한국이다? 어디서 개같이 I want to say that is bullshit. I want the effect of this. 전 이 이펙트를 먹여주신. Wait a minute.
뭔 개소리야!
If this video say right there, I want to say to him do this sound. Let's go. 이 소리라고 내고 싶었어요. 그 only I want to say to only London. 나 PewDiePie sorry if you misunderstand. I'm sorry. Or PewDiePie. PewDiePie가 잘못 이해해서 죄송하다고 얘기했어요.
Home country. How did that? Oh God, this is so strange. My home country is Korean. You can't decide. I mean, hey, you can't decide where you're born, right? I guess I assume Korea is kind of similar to Japan, where in the sense that you kind of stick out as a foreigner. So it's hard to feel like you're not a foreigner when you're in these countries, right? These Asian countries. So I guess Oli just decided, no, you know what? I am part of the gang, okay? And you can't stop me. I'm coming.
일본하고 비슷해서 뭐 한국도 외국인 사람이 좀 그렇지 않죠. 그래도 저렇게 우리나라를 무시하는 정도는 사람이면 한국이 살기 힘들죠. 외국인들이 잘하면 잘 듣는데 졌다고 하면 우리가 힘들죠. I said in here Japan and Korea similar culture but foreigner come welcoming but not like that Oli London. If you don't like Oli London, you can't stay here. Stop trolling.
Coming out. Bro, I wonder what Jimin thinks of this. Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to remind you guys that the tambourine cap, it's a key cap. We're making 6,500 of these. Look at it. It's so cute. Focus.
키캡 그거네요.
Feel the
PewDiePie.
ultimate power of hitting the escape key button. Whichever button you want by smashing one of these. It's a limited edition, only 6,500 available. Last one sold out, so link is in the description if you want to pick one up. I mean, there's always been people like this, right? That do surgery to look at as other people. This is, in general, nothing new. I think the whole changing race thing is an interesting factor in all of this. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. It's so bizarre. I wonder what an actual Korean thinks of this. There we go. Korean reacts.
I identify myself as a black person. Mate,
Mate.
that is beyond impossible, mate. Oh, please tell me you're joking, dude. Like, I wish
말도 안
you
되는
guys
거죠.
would come down like, after like a decade or a couple years from now saying, yo, this is all a troll. I was trolling the whole
Well, you know he's not trolling because he's doing actual surgeries.
K-pop nation, the Korean, whatever. It was all a joke, right?
No way.
Ollie, if you're watching this, you can't be Korean because you're not. You don't have. Why do I have to explain this to you? You can't be Korean because you're not Korean. You're fucking. You're.
Okay, all right. Well, that answers that question.
You know, people online, like YouTubers, they always say, oh, he does things for attention. Like, nobody would do this for attention. Nobody would go through this much pain, this much suffering. I've had 18 surgeries in total for the last 8 years. Nobody would do that to themselves for attention. Like, I'm doing this because it's how I identify, it's how I feel.
No, I believe that he's doing it because he wants to, but you're also, you know, letting everyone know, right? You cannot say you don't like the attention at least, which is fine if you want to do that, but I don't buy that at all. There's definitely both of these elements playing into each other.
Just want to say, I hope this video might encourage other young people that have been really struggling with who they are. You know, always do what makes you happy in life. This is my message. This is my motto.
See, I agree with that, but the problem is that people don't always know what will make them happy. If everyone knew, then everyone would be happy. So Jimin also came up with a flag, which is a Korean flag in a rainbow.
Do you know Korean flag means in Oli London? What? I'm very big insult. Are you sure? South Korea. The flag of Korea is as well known. Taeki is the there of pulse. White is rectangles background and red and blue tag in the center. The four blue triangles on each other proximity tag. They use the flag Korea to show some dynasty to Korean Imperial Empire on the Korean government in exile during Japan through South Korea adopted the takogi as a national flag when channe invaded from Japan on 50 August 1948. Symbols. The flag is white, a traditional color in Korean culture. White was common in the daily of 19th century Korea. It still appears in contemporary version of traditional Korean garments, such as hanbok. The color peace and purity. The circle is black standard symbolizes balance in an universe. The red harp represents positivity, cosmic force, and blue harp represents the opposite, negative cosmic force. Together, the triangles represent the movement and harmony and foundation principle. Each triangle hunger, care, and I don't know how to read, represents on the false glossy element as described below. Triangle, Korean name, gun, chan, hand, have, spiritual, is done. Humanity in fatherhood, heaven, Jewish Johnny, Lee, Air, Ju, Nam, 일, 여, 의, 화, 격, right there. 건, 월, 동, 복, 지, 자, 수, 지, right there. 군지, 서, 내, 오, 도, 생명. Right there, very important to me. Stop, background. Background is so wrong. This link I post up QR on there. This on the side QR code right there. Stop reading the BTS brand. 저 그냥 설명해줘. QR 코드를 여기 위에 올려놓는다고 했어 설명은.
They core Ian. I mean, it's almost not even funny. I'm just here to flabbergast.
Of course, I know I was born in the UK, but for me, I feel more Korean than British.
but you don't have any Korean ancestry or DNA.
오리란드에서 한 말이야. 지금 빡치게 한 게 뭐냐면 한국에서 안 태어났지만 내가 보기에 솔직해서 완전 한국인 같다 이런 소리인 것 같아. 대충 이해하는 잘 모르겠지. 그리고 그 저기 인터뷰 선생님 너는 한국에서 태어난 기록이 있냐 그런 게 뭐가 있니 자기 이런 게 없냐 이렇게 물어보는 것 같아.
No, not officially, but I just feel like these days there's so many different ways you can identify people. People can identify as like a Disney prince or an animal, which some people do. Some people identify as aliens. Like, why can't I identify as Korean? I don't see why people seem to have.
어떤 사람은 뭐 백세 공주 뭐 에이 뭐 이렇게 등장하는데 왜 난 한국이 안 되냐면 이 말도 안 되는 소리 하고 있어. 아, 뭐,
an issue, but
이게 문제지 뭐 문제가 아니야.
It's a point, but I mean, you're appropriating another race. It's not. Oh, that's not always a good look. I'm not gonna lie.
I always say, 진짜 PGP 가면니까 이게 문제의 포인트다. 넌 그걸 뭐냐? 넌 다른 레이스 그냥 다른 인종이 될 수 없어. Also, I wanna say, I always the PewDiePie day sucks. I want to say to Korea world that the 오리란다. D가 뭔데 한국 시민을 건드려. Say how do you white touch Korea and 시민 오리란다? Stop touch.
You're not taken away from aliens by identifying as them. How does Jimin get money for all of this as well? I need to know.
Twitter have just been attacking me non-stop. You know, they're preaching about, oh, don't bully people online, look after mental health, yet they're the same people attacking me online. So I just don't get why there's such a backlash.
Well, I'm sure a lot of it is just criticism, but he has a point here. I also see this online of the same people preaching for like, oh, don't bully, are the same
My creature 이게 비판이 많을 것 같다. 뭐 근데 우리는 앞으로 생각하거든요.
people that bully. I mean, I guess you could argue, I say that too, and you could argue that I'm bullying Jimin here, but that's not my intention.
Well, I just feel these days, 2021, we should be able to embrace who we are, be who we want to be, and as long as we're not hurting anybody, which I don't feel like I'm hurting anybody, the Korean people love me, they're obsessed with me.
Well, that's not what I saw online.
우리 관계 2020년에 평화가로 인종 뭐 이런 거 차별 없어야 되네. 그러니까 한국이 좋아할 것 같다. 뭐 이런 소리요. 이게 한국이 좋아할 거 아니? 생각을 좀 해봐. I said to Orion, you're wrong. This is not the Korea. People want the peace, but it's not. You're just troll.
But okay, sure.
You can't be Korean because you're not Korean.
Race is always a sensitive subject, especially when people have experienced racism, but people need to be a bit more understanding and open-minded because, you know, it's 2021, we can express ourselves in different ways.
I don't know if I like 2021. Can't tell.
It's 2021 more open. Yeah, but in London, you should think about that. It's not as the piece of that you're doing very serious. 그냥 우리 런던이 멍청한 짓 하고 있다. 그냥 깠어요 제가.
He's taking the piss out of everyone and the woke mob. He's having a laugh. I doubt it.
뭔 소리인지 모르겠어요. 여기는. 그냥 까는 것 같아요. 근데 퓨디파이도 알겠다고 한 거. I don't know what is that mean.
Just stop talking about it as if then he wouldn't do it. I still think he would do it, but I think he likes Jimin likes the attention.
Korean boy band BTS. How can you identify as another individual? Explain that one to me.
Well, I've had so much surgery. I've had 18 procedures. I've had
어떻게 한국에 BTS 될 수 있냐고 하니까 물어보니까 기자가 약간 18번에 가서 됐다 뭐 이러고 얘기한 것 같아요.
so many non-surgical procedures to look like Jimin. So that's why I've decided my Korean name is Jimin.
So Jimin is a member of this band BTS.
Yes, Jimin.
지민처럼 보여서 지민을 했단 말이니까 멤버 BTS 멤버 아니냐고 지민이 아니야 기자가 빡쳐서 질문하네요.
Jimin's the singer, and I based my looks on him. I based my life.
Yes, I interviewed him before, actually.
Oh,
Why
really?
did
Oh my
you
God,
ask,
you're so
mate?
lucky. Take me along with you next time, Dan.
But how do you think Jimin will feel about this?
아, 지민이 어떻게 기분 나쁘게 생각하냐 이런 물어보는데 이런 뭔 생각인지 모르겠지. I just translate that but I can't translate all.
Because he's Jimin,
I want
and
to
now
know
you're
this
saying
answer.
you're Jimin.
필리파인은 알 것 같다고 하는 이렇게.
Of course, he's the original Jimin. I just feel like I'm like his twin or something. But I think maybe he would find it a bit weird. Some people would find it weird if somebody has surgery to
Yeah.
look like them.
Yeah.
But I think also he'll be very honored. Korean people are always honored when people take an interest. And yeah, I get it. I've had a lot of surgery to look like him. I live my life as if I'm him. I think he'll be honored. I mean, I hope it happens. I mean, please take me along to your next interview.
한국인의 그 상냥에서 이런 줄 알고 있는. 한국인은 영화에는 뭐 있지? 자꾸 뭔 영화? 개소리하죠. I want to say just how to say Korean to honor. They know they crazy stop trying Oli London.
I just love to see his reaction.
Do you not think you'd be happier trying to be you, Ollie?
그냥 올리를 행복하게 하려고 하는 거라고 기자가 물어보네요.
No, you know, I've never been happy with who I am. I've always had issues in terms of my looks, my appearance, self-esteem issues, and I've never been happy. And it wasn't until I moved to Korea, I started transitioning to have the Korean look, that I actually found happiness. So now, for the first time in my life, I actually feel happy.
See how long that's going.
아, 그냥 한국인처럼 설명해가지고 그 한국 오는 행복하다. 자기 얼굴 뭐 얼굴 이런 게 노림받아서 이런 거냐? 이런 거네요. 참.
Gonna last until the next surgery, right? That's always the issue, isn't it?
아, 그렇게밖에 안 해서 설명 어떻게 성형 나면 저 때쯤 될것 같은 것 같아.
It's just sad to look at. Well, that's what's new with Oli London, I guess. You know what? I'll take this off. I think I'm good for a while. No hate. Don't. It's intended with this video. Don't go tweeting shit or send shit to Ollie. That's not the point of this video. I just think it's interesting. It's an interesting story. It's weird how I'm totally fine with people doing surgery or if they're not happy about an aspect of themselves. Fine. But it also kind of opens up this question. You know, what are you ever going to be? You know, if you can always change a part of yourself. I somehow sincerely doubt this is the end of Shabakals. So yeah.
뭐 피가이가 말한 게 수영한다 이런 걸 알바 누가 힘좀 있어. I I don't care how to surgery to change your race if you are. Like a Korean is idiot.
What do you think?
Right. A Korean, but also I want to watch how to make good, how to tell you. I will check how like up to the BTS like they make it. I'm curious. 얼마나 잘 만들었으면 이렇게 나한테 이제 한번 봐봅시다. What the fuck is that? Oli in the club. Oli 뭐야 이거? Oli in the club밖에 못해? 아. What the heck is Koreaboo? I have no idea. In Korean, don't know what it means Korean. 한국인은 코리안 배우들 뭔지 모르겠어. What the K-pop diction? What the hell is going on? K-pop diction이 뭔 일이라는 게. This is a rubbish beat. Oh my gosh. 왜 이렇게 쓰레기 비디오냐. 이게 뭐 K-pop이 기준은 This is not on the K-pop. This is so rubbish. Just like the Korea culture. Korea. Stop like the love and the 뭐 하겠다 뭐 이런 거 개소리 하고 있네. 그냥 한국 보다 이런 게 더 좋으니까 그냥 다음에 뭐 할 거냐 이러고 있어. 이거 why 비비고 스폰서래? Just Albert. Wow. This is so low quality video. 진짜 low quality video. Angry, what the heck is going on? 뭐냐 이거?
What you gonna do? Koreaboo is coming for you. Denounce my own. Now I'm sitting on the Korean throne. I'm the king of K.
I'll be sad on background dance. I'll be sad. They give more money than the. This is understand, but it is so rubbish. 돈 많이 줘서 한 거거든. 진짜 쓰레기였네 이거.
Pop, my love took me to the top. Hey you, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Hey you, scream and shout. What you gonna do? There's no doubt. Let's talk about it non-stop. I'm obsessed with Korean culture. No rock and roll. Everybody, let's lose control. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh yeah. Hey you, what you gonna do? Scream and shout. There's no doubt. Koreaboo is coming for you.
Is that Korean? 한국인 거고. Whatever. I think it's born. Moved to England and live down people, not Korean people, but Korean. What the heck? 제발 stop. Stop it. Please stop. 그만해줘. I'm so sorry to bother you, but